Good morning, students. In today's class of service marketing, we will continue with the service consumer behavior. In the previous class, we have studied what is service consumer behavior, and what are the factors that are affecting the service consumer behavior. When we say a study about the service consumer behavior, it particularly means about how the consumer behaves while uh, obtaining, buying, and disposing of services. So, consumer behavior studies the various includes the various activities that a consumer does while obtaining, consuming, and disposing of products and services, and what are the various actions preceding and following these actions. So, this is in the service consumer behavior. There are various factors that impact the service consumer behavior. We have studied two major factors and sub-factors in the previous class. The first major factor that affects the service consumer behavior is the social factors. The social factors includes the family, the reference group, the role and status. So how the reference group, family and role and status impact the service consumer behavior, we have already studied in the previous class. Similarly, the second factor that is very important and impacts or shapes the consumer behavior in buying of services is the cultural factors. When we say cultural factors include culture, subculture, and social class. So we have also studied in the previous class how the culture, subculture, and social class impact the service consumer behavior or affect the service consumer behavior. In today's class, we'll study about the remaining three major factors and all the sub-factors that are included under them. The three main factors are first is psychological factors, second will be personal factors, and third will be economic factors. So we'll start with psychological factors that impact the service consumer behavior. In psychological factors, the first factor that impacts or affects the consumer behavior is the perception. When we say perception, it is the process by which buyers select, organize, interpret information into a meaningful impression in their minds. So, how they use the senses in order to perceive, select, organize, and interpret the information that they get from the environment and to make a meaningful picture or impression in their minds about that service is known as the perception of service or simply perception. Buyer's perception of a particular service greatly influences the buying behavior. Obviously, if the perception of the buyer about a service is very good, then his expectation from the service is good, then the consumer feels that the service will be able to satisfy his or her needs and wants. That is the reason the buying perception or the buyer's perception of a particular service is greatly important in determining the buying behavior of the consumer. Perception is also selective when only a small part is perceived out of the total what is to be perceived. So, perception can also be selective. So, the service company wants to create a particular image or perception in the minds of the consumer, but sometimes they are not able to completely make or shape the perception as per their wants. So what happens? Sometimes it leads to selective perception where the consumer perceives part of the impression or part of the perception or image that the service company wants to build. So again, in perception we have studied, it is necessary that the service marketing offer must be perceived in a way that the market wants to be perceived. So when we design a particular service offering that we want to give to the customers, okay, and that service offering should highlight the various features, the various ways in which that service is going to satisfy the needs and wants of the consumer. And the marketing officer has to design the service marketing in such a way that it is perceived in the same way that the company wants the consumer to perceive the service company. Marketer is also required to know the factors that affect people's perception. When we are designing a marketing program, it is very important that we understand how perception shapes or impacts the buying pattern of the consumer. Because if we know that, then only we can understand how to make our or design our marketing program in order to attract more and more people into buying our services. Therefore, the marketer is very much required to know the various factors of perceptions that affect the people's perception. Tactful, and how we can know this? By tactful interview or questionnaire can help to measure the perception of target groups. So in order to get an idea what is the perception of the people towards a particular service or a particular brand of the company, then they use very tactful questions, interview method. In this way they are able to gauge the perception of the consumers towards the particular service or towards the particular company or brand. So then they will be able to design their marketing offering, service offering as per the way they want to build the image in the minds of the consumer, or the perception they want to put in the minds of the consumer. This is the first factor, psychological factor, which affects the consumer behavior in services. Now, moving on to the second point, that is attitude. Attitude is very important. Attitude is a learned predisposition. So it is predisposition. Previously, only before disposition, predisposition to respond or to react in a consistent, favorable or unfavorable manner with respect to a market offer. So attitude is how you perceive a particular, you have a predisposition or a preconceived idea is there in the mind, how to respond to that particular offer, service offer. Maybe it may be in a favorable way or maybe in an unfavorable way. If you say, like example for brand or a particular shop of or an advertisement, so how do, it's our attitude which shows that how do we actually react or respond to that brand or a particular shop or a particular advertisement. So this is known as attitude. Attitude plays a very vital role in accepting, rejecting, appreciating, or criticizing the service or brand. When we have a very sportive attitude, we want to try new things, then we will be very appreciative and accepting while experiencing new services. Even if we find that the services needs improvement, we will be appreciating and we will accept that service and will tell them, the person giving the services, the service deliverer, the person delivering the services, how the service can be improved. But if we are not a very sportive attitude, we are very much confined to the very strict rules of how we want the service to be, then if it does not match our expectations, then we will reject the service or will criticize the service more. So depending upon the attitude of the buyer or the consumer, the buying pattern also changes. So it is very important to understand the attitude of the consumer. Attitude can be learned or developed. So this is very important to understand that the attitude can be learned or developed. Certain attitudes are learned from the society we are in, and then certain attitudes are developed in course of time. Learning plays an important role in developing attitude. It has been completely proved that learning is very important. Learning can be helpful in developing or shaping the attitude of the people or the consumers. Even unfavorable attitudes can be changed into favorable ones by systematic campaign. So if a marketing company, if a service company makes a marketing program in which they want to change the attitude of the people towards a particular brand or towards a particular company that is offering the services, they can even change the unfavorable attitude of the people by making a systematic marketing campaign and pointing out the key areas where target consumers and key areas which require attention of the service company. So if they do this, they can easily convert an unfavorable attitude consumer to a favorable attitude person. So it is very important. So it is very imperative or important that marketer must know what type of attitude people hold about their company, service, and brand. So, in order to prepare a particular systematic marketing campaign or to make a marketing program, a strategy has to be made. It is very important that the marketer should understand what is the attitude of people towards their company, towards their brand, towards the service offering that they are making to the consumer. If they understand this, then they can understand the attitude of the consumers, and thereby they can also influence the buying pattern or the buying behavior of the consumers in case of services. Now coming to another third criteria or third factor which influences psychological factor which influences the uh, consumer behavior in services is motivation. So when we say motivation, motivation is the driving force within individuals that compels them into action. It is the fuel, it is the driving force that pushes an individual or compels an individual in order to achieve a particular action. And this driving force is subconscious and the outcome of certain unfulfilled needs. And from where this driving force comes, this driving force comes from in a subconscious way as an outcome of these unfulfilled needs of the consumer. There are certain unfulfilled needs of the consumer that is there in the subconscious mind. And so this motivation is the driving force that comes from this unfulfilled needs. Needs are of two types. If you understand, there are two types of needs. One is innate needs and second is acquired needs. We'll understand what is innate needs and acquired needs. When we say innate needs are those needs with which an individual is born and that are physiological. They include all the factors that are required to sustain the physical life, like food, water, clothing, shelter, etc. So all these things are the innate or the immediate important needs of the consumers. They want to have these needs of any consumer. These are the innate needs. And there are certain also acquired needs. What are the acquired needs? The acquired needs are those which a person acquires as he or she grows, and these needs are mostly psychological, like love, fear, esteem, self-esteem, and acceptance. So these are the needs that is later on acquired by an individual as an individual grows from an infant to a adult. So it includes physiological factors like psychological factors like love, fear, acceptance, esteem, self-esteem, and uh, all these things are included in this acquired needs. So there are certain acquired needs, certain innate needs, and when these needs are not properly fulfilled and the consumer feels that he has to do certain things, take certain actions in order to fulfill these unfulfilled needs, then he will be motivated to take certain action. Motivation comes from motive. Motive is the expression of needs. So motivation is derived from the motive. What is the motive of the consumer? A motive is nothing but the expression of needs. Now, if we again explore more, it is said that satisfying the needs reduces the felt tension. So, what happens if we see first is there is certain unfulfilled need in the minds of the consumer. These needs may be innate needs or maybe the acquired needs. Innate needs are generally the physiological needs of the people, such as food, shelter, clothing, and acquired needs are the needs which are a consumer acquires with the passage of time when he grows, and they are mostly psychological needs that are love, fear, acceptance. So what happens when these unsatisfied needs are there? Then the consumer feels that there is felt tension in the minds of the consumer, and the consumer wants to satisfy these unfulfilled needs. So the motive is the expression of this needs, unfulfilled needs. And satisfying these unfulfilled needs will help the consumer to reduce his felt tension. So the tension of the consumer will be reduced when he satisfies these needs. When a person is motivated enough, it influences the buying behavior of the person. So if a person wants to have a particular high-speed internet in his home, why? Because his need is for working from home. So what happens? This unfulfilled need is there. The net he's already having through his mobile he's using is not very fast. So he wants this broadband connection or fiber net he wants in his house, direct fiber net in the house. So what he will do? He will go to a particular service provider who provides this broadband, and they will take these services from the provider. And what happens now? Why he wants these services? of high-speed internet, because he wants to work from home, because there is a tension in his mind, because his need is not fulfilled, because if he doesn't have a fast internet services in his house, he will not be able to perform in his work, and which will later result to situation which the consumer does not want to be in. So what he will do, he will take the services of the provider and get fast internet services in his home. So what happens? The motive is to get fast internet services. And when he gets this fast internet services from a particular service provider, then his felt tension is reduced. So this motivation is very important because it influences the buying behavior of the person. Services is presented as a solution of tension resulted from unsatisfaction. So as I've said in the example, so this service is giving him a solution. The fast internet service of the provider gives a solution to the consumer, and the consumer feels that the tension is reduced, that his unsatisfied needs has been fulfilled. So he will be influenced and will come back for more services. Marketers should identify why people buy these services. So the marketers should try to understand the motive behind buying the particular service from their company. What are the motives to purchase the service? This is very important to know. Once the marketer knows at what is the motive, what is the main intention or motivation of the consumer in buying a particular service or from a particular brand, service of a particular brand or a company, then they will able to understand and the factors motivating the consumer. They will be able to make their service offering much more better by highlighting these trigger points, this motivation trigger points, and they will be able to influence the consumer to buy more of their services. So this is important. Now, another factor, psychological factors, which helps in influencing the consumer behavior is learning. Learning is very important. Most human behavior is learned, because once an individual is born in a society, he learns from the environment, and gradually this most of his behavior is learned from the environment or the family in which he is brought up. Learning is basically concerned with experience of an individual. So learning is basically concerned with what is the experience of an individual. Most of purchase decisions depend on self-experience or experience of others whose opinion carry value in buying decisions. So what happens when we say that learning is basically concerned with the experience that an individual has? This experience may be his own self-experience or experience of others. Okay, when we say experience of others, it means experience of family members, maybe from a particular social class in which he lives, or his reference group, so or the environment in which he lives. So these are the role status. All these are the ways in which he can get experience from others. And the self-experience, how he has learned about the experience himself by using the particular service. So most of the purchase decisions are being guided by this experience or learning of the consumer. And this learning can be from the self-experience or from experience of others. Then if an individual has satisfactory experience of buying and using the service, he is more likely to talk favorably or repeat the same. Obviously, if you take the same example, if, like for working from home, the consumer wants a very high-speed internet services at his home. He takes the services from a particular provider, and if his experience is very favorable, if he's satisfied with the high internet speed that is given by the provider, he will be telling favorable things. There will be a positive word of mouth, and not only that, he will repeat the purchase of the same. He will continue getting the high-speed internet from that particular service provider. Sufficient knowledge of learning is an important input for the marketer to design the meaningful marketing program. So the marketer has to understand how learning is an important input, and this will help the marketer to make or shape a particular meaningful marketing program that entices the consumer to buy more of their services. Now coming to another psychological factor that impacts the consumer behavior or influences the consumer behavior in case of services is the belief that a particular consumer has. What is their belief of the consumer? This is very important. Belief is a descriptive thought that a person holds about something. It may be a person, it may be a brand. So belief is a descriptive thought about a person that that a person holds about something or some person is known as his belief. Beliefs may be based on knowledge, opinion, or faith. So and these beliefs are based on the cornerstone of these beliefs are maybe the knowledge or the opinion he shares or the faith he has. And people hold beliefs about companies, goods and services, and they act accordingly. Why belief is very important from the consumer behavior point of view in case of services? Because it is the belief that the person or consumer has towards the company's product services or the image of the company. According to these beliefs, they act, they make their buying decisions. So that is the reason we have to understand the beliefs of the consumer. Because if we understand the beliefs of the consumer, what triggers the beliefs of the consumer, how we can strengthen the belief of the consumer towards our particular service brand or service company, then we will be able to make more sales. Beliefs of the buyers affect service and brand image. Obviously, when the person has a very positive belief, is completely has a strong belief that a particular service brand will be able to satisfy his needs, then he will buy that service, go for repeat purchase, and also it will help in building a brand image. He will go to other people because he has belief on the particular service. He will go to other people and they will tell him to buy that product service. Like we can say LIC. LIC is one of the is a giving insurance services, and LIC has the major stake in the market, major share in the market because the people have a belief that LIC is backed by government and their money will not go in vain. It will not be wasted. So they are interested in buying services, insurance services from LIC. So that is the reason. So it is the belief according to which they act, and this belief is very important to affect the service and also the brand image of the service company. Then in beliefs, positive and negative beliefs have their impact on perception. Obviously, if a particular person has a positive belief about a particular company, then he will buy more from the particular company. And if he has negative beliefs, he is not satisfied. He thinks that if he buys the services or avails the services from particular service company, they will not be up to standard. Obviously, he will not go and make purchases. So it is important to know what is the beliefs of the consumer, whether it is positive or negative. So it is very important for the marketer to understand this, know this. Marketers must try to know what type of beliefs people hold to the towards the company, service offering, and brands. As we have already discussed, it is the role of the marketer to understand the beliefs of the people that they have towards the company, their service offering, and the brands. Such knowledge must be incorporated in preparing an effective marketing program. Obviously, this knowledge will be used in making a more effective marketing program. Another psychological factor then becomes to the personal factors. The psychological factors we have completed, the 5 psychological factors. Now we will come to the personal factors that impact the service consumer behavior. First is the age. Age is a major factor that influences the buying behavior. Okay, so it is the age that influences or directs what to buy, what not to buy. Because people of different ages buy different products, so buy different products and services. So it is very important to understand at what age the customer is. A man passes through various stages of life cycle, such as infant, child, teenager, young, adult, old. And in all the various stages of this life cycle, his or her requirements or needs of services differs. Suppose an infant requires the services of daycare services, a child requires the services of a schooling, a teenager requires the services of a college profession or a consulting services which will guide him to get a good career. A young professional will want to get services of life insurance or other things. An adult wants to make investments, so he will be interested in mutual fund or other services. And when he's old, The services differ because they may be requiring more and more health services, safe investments. So as far as the life cycle of the consumer changes, the service requirement or the buying of the services, the consumer behavior of the service towards services also changes. So age is a very important factor that shapes the buying behavior or consumer behavior in case of services. Need and preference vary as one passes through different stages of life. As in the above examples where we discussed right now, the need and preference a particular consumer has, it passes, is different when it passes through the various stages of life cycle. So this is very important to understand. The buying choices of youth differ from that of middle-aged people, and elderly people have a totally different buying behavior. So obviously the youth, the middle-aged and the elderly people, they have different buying behavior. Why? Because they have different buying behavior, because they are belonging to different age groups, and each age group has a particular buying behavior. So the buying behavior of the youth, the middle-aged and the elderly people will differ. For example, let us give an example. As an example, we take young investors will be more interested in buying a risky mutual fund that gives them more interest, whereas the senior investor or the old people who are focused on assured returns and do not want to take risk. So the risk taking ability of the younger people is more in comparison to the older people. So if we put it in terms of buying of services in consumer behavior in terms of services, so some young investors will be buying from a company, from those investing in those mutual fund companies where the risk is more and the return is also more, because they are much more interested to take this because they want to earn more and more profit now. But when the same investor, same buyer of services, these mutual fund services become older, he wants assured returns. He wants that his return should be less, but it should be assured, and does not want to involve in any kind of risky business because he's old and wants a steady income in his life. So in this way, the age in which the consumer is, that determines or shapes the buying behavior in case of services. Now, the second personal factor is the occupation. We have to understand how the occupation of a particular consumer impacts the consumer behavior in case of services. Buying and using pattern of a consumer to a large extent is affected by the person's occupation. So we have said, when we said discussed consumer behavior, it is obtaining, consumer and disposing of the product and services. So the buying and using pattern of a consumer is to a large extent, is mostly impacted by the person's occupations. For example, an industrialist, teacher, artist, scientist, manager, doctor, etc. differ significantly in terms of need, preference, and overall buying pattern. Obviously, depending upon the occupation, like for a teacher, for an industrialist, he may need a high speed internet because he wants immediate services. He cannot wait. A teacher may be steady with okay internet. Similarly, a student will be satisfied with less than okay internet because their requirements are different. Similarly, if we take the example of any life insurance or any investment opportunities, we say the it will be different for an industrialist. His investment patterns will be different, buying patterns will be different for the investment services. Similarly, it will be different for a doctor, it will be different for a worker. So the occupation in which the consumer is also influences the buying behavior of the consumers. It is very important to understand the occupation of the consumer. Company can specialize its services according to the needs and wants of special professional groups. So it is the work of the marketer in order to customize the service offering depending upon the occupation of the consumers. So if we say various services are offered, like this moving going is an entertainment service. So mostly on Mondays, companies like Anos, they offer tickets at very cheap rates. Why? Because In these days, the students, the people who are not working, they will go and visit the cinema hall or a multiplex and watch the movie. But the same tickets are very costly on a Sunday evening, because mostly working class people like doctors, like engineers, this kind of industrialist kind of people, they don't have time. So they take out time to enjoy these entertainment services mostly on weekends. So on weekends, the charges of the same movie tickets will be more. So the occupation on which they are having, accordingly, the buying pattern changes, and the marketer has to understand this so as to provide much more this customizable, this tailor-made services offering to the consumer depending to various occupations. Another factor that influences the consumer behavior in case of services, the personal factors, is income. What income the consumer has. If the consumer has a lot of income, then he will be interested to buy more luxurious items, luxurious services. When the person is not having right income, is very having moderate income or less income, he will be interested in taking the services which are not much very expensive. Income has the ability to influence the buying behavior of a person. Income has the ability. It will has the ability to influence the buying behavior of a person. Higher income gives higher purchasing power to the consumers. Obviously, a person having higher income will be obviously having more purchasing power. And when a consumer has higher disposable income, it will give more opportunity for the consumer to spend on luxurious services, whereas lower middle income groups consumers spend most of their income on basic services. So this is very important to understand. So it is the income of the consumer that determines what kind of services he or she is going to buy. If they are having a lot of money, they'll buy for luxurious services, and if they are middle in income group or lower income group, they will have spend on these services accordingly. Like if we give an example of for traveling, if a person wants to go for a holiday and traveling, if he's from a higher income group, he or she will go to a very foreign location or a very costly location, and also will take the services of very good hotels, aeroplane services, so all these things. But a person from belonging to the middle class group, they will not be interested to go to foreign locations. They will be mostly interested in visiting these national locations, some cities, and also they will not be interested in spending money on airplane, and they will be taking this railways in order to reach those places. So it is the income of the people that the impacts the buying behavior of the consumers. Then comes the personality. It is the personality also greatly impact the consumer behavior in case of services. If we say personality, personality can be described as the physiological characteristics that the psychological characteristics that determine how an individual will react to his or her environment. It is the psychological characteristics that an individual has, and it will impact how the individual is going to respond or react to his immediate environment. Personality characteristics such as individualism, difference, self-confidence, courage, firmness, sociability, mental balance, patience, etc. have a strong influence on needs and preferences of the consumer. Suppose a person, his personality is such that he is a very patient, has mental balance, okay, and he does not lose his cool very easily. So if a service is not up to the mark, he will not be much more agitated. He will keep his mental balance and will be patient with the service provider. Whereas if a person is very, his personality is such that he's completely agitated, he get angry very easily. So even if the service is little bit amiss, then also he will feel that the service is not up to mark and he will keep on complaining. So it is the personality of the consumer that greatly impacts the buying behavior in case of services. Every person buys that service that suits his personality. So generally the people, they buy those services that matches their personality. So this is very important to understand. And the last point in personal factor that is important to understand how it influences the consumer behavior in case of services is the lifestyle of the consumer. When we say lifestyle, lifestyle is nothing but is the pattern of people's living and is generally expressed in his or her activities, interests, and opinions. So how the person wants to live or the person is living, and this is general, this lifestyle the person expressed by his interest, his opinion, and the activities in which he is involved. Lifestyle is an attitude and a way in which an individual stay in the society, how he stays in the society, how he puts up in the society. So what image he wants in the society, all these are included in the lifestyle of the consumer. The buying behavior is highly influenced by the lifestyle of a consumer. Obviously, what services the consumer will avail will be interested to take depending upon the lifestyle of the consumer. If we take the example, lifestyle suggests the differences in the way people opt to spend on different services. So people who are interested in maintaining different lifestyles, they will be having the different buying behaviors. Okay, and this lifestyle suggests the differences in way the people opt. It is really helpful for the marketer because the marketer is able to understand the ways in people opt to spend on different services. But that is the reason each service company has different service offering in order to cater people of different lifestyles. Knowledge of the lifestyle of the target market is essential for the marketer to design more relevant marketing program. Obviously, the marketer needs to understand the lifestyle of the consumer so that to make a much more enticing, relevant, and a strategic marketing program. Let me give you an example. Airtel has launched now platinum services for elite customers. In the ad also they said, you know my lifestyle, please give me services that matches my lifestyle. So Airtel wants to pay avail this get these platinum services. The consumers of the Airtel, those elite customers, they are ready to pay for the extra money. So they understand that there's certain target market of elite customers who does not want to wait for any data speed. They want higher data speed. They want better network coverages. They want that their queries, their complaints will be solved immediately. So they don't want to wait. So Airtel, in order to cater to this elite customers or the people whose lifestyle demands certain kind of services, they has launched this Airtel Platinum. This is an example how lifestyle impacts the consumer buying behavior. So in today's class, we have studied about the psychological and the personal factors, how these factors and the sub factors under it impact the consumer behavior in case of service. Another factor is left, economic factor, that will cover in the next class. Please go through the video. I will be sending you the notes digitally. Please go through that. If you have any doubt, contact me. No need to panic. Stay at home. And finally, thank you for your attention.